Bell Center was created in the 1960s, and its main purpose is to preserve the Jewish culture and their heritage as a people. The beginning of the museum largely focuses on the past history of the Jewish people. So that's why there's a lot of text for the medieval ages. There's also a menorah, and that's been an important symbol for the Jewish people since before Christ. Another part of this section was the scripts of Esther. This is just an example of one of their medieval texts that focuses on the occurrences that happen in a ritual for the Jewish people. There's also were some cultural items like the Sephardim, which was used to carry the Torah for medieval Jewish people in Spain. There was also the shawl that a lot of Jewish people wear when they go to temple.
What the ritual was all about.
I think it's been cool to learn Hebrew, the language of my religion. I've learned about the rituals and the history of the Jewish people. Today I feel a connection with Jews throughout the world. We are all reading the same Torah portions and saying the same prayers in our synagogues, no matter where we live or what language we speak.
So a lot of their history is what ties their faith together and makes them stronger as a people. The synagogue is another area where the Jewish people collect together. Another part of the museum focused on the history more of their experiences, and so it focused on the immigration to America. A lot of Jewish people went into similar neighborhoods and they worked together to have a better future in America. One part of this was actually getting a better education. A lot of the immigrants that came to America who were Jewish, they didn't necessarily have good education, but because of the Torah, a lot of their history again encourages to be educated. So they made sure that their children would have a good education in the new world. You can see that now with a lot of the influential Jewish intellectuals that we know today. These are just some examples that I saw.
Social activism.
Another short section faced throughout the centuries, specifically on the Holocaust. This was the Nuremberg laws, which were a set of discriminatory acts. It also talked about discrimination in the Americas even. But the amazing thing is that throughout all this, their culture still survived. Judaism and applies it to our modern world. So they're trying to encourage education, empowerment, good job availability, I guess. I don't know how to say that, but it's just basically trying to raise the standard of living to what they believe is God's intention for all people to have, which I thought was really great. The blue pebbles that you see, that's kind of their path. And so you'd write your personal reflections about what you want to see, and it's supposed to be a sort of symbol of what you can do in the world. And then the very last part was about Noah's Ark, and it's kind of like a little kid's demonstration of the story from the Last Testament, which I thought was cool because it's again just showing them transferring their history and their culture to a new generation. Bell Center was created in the 1960s, and its main purpose is to preserve